Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Kerbal Space Program. And this is the episode, the beginning of the final chapter. We pretty much have determined that we could keep doing quests, contracts. And I would kind of like to beat this contract to see what the next contract is, but doing this contract will probably just unlock another contract I can't really do. I can't really get enough funds to upgrade this. I don't really need to upgrade this, or 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 this. I mean, this is fully upgraded, so I mean, I definitely don't need to upgrade that. So, we haven't looked in the administration building. I would like to be able to, like, commit funds to this so that we could not be able to recover a lot more of the ships. That'd be nice. We could certainly do the bailout to get more money. Let's see, how much funds could we get? We could get about 7,000 funds or 70,000 funds. We could sell off some science to get some more money. There's definitely something we could do there if we needed more money, which that's really the weirdness of this, is the funds. But nothing is really going to get us science. And that's where we're really stuck, is that nothing is going to get us any more science. Doing contracts just gets us money. And because of that, there's no real reason. Alright, crew capacity 1. Crew capacity is. So we're going to start with this. And then I want to take one of each person to the moon. 3-man mission, maybe even 4-man if we can. So here's the lander can, and the lander can has a capacity of 1. So of the crew, I could take an engineer, a scientist, pilot. Let's see. Bill needs to come too, I think. Okay, well. So another lander can. Oh man, 3-man mission. Remember, there's nothing I can buy right now that would increase the crew capacity. Right. I want this monstrosity here to land on the moon and then get back off. So is this enough of a fuel? Would this be enough fuel? No, I think we're gonna have to stick with this. And let's see, which one is the most efficient? It would be slightly smaller and heavier engine compared to the B1. The LVT model. So, heavier and smaller. models by engines and DVT. Oh, which one to use? Honestly, it should just be the poodle. And I know it should be the poodle. Let's see. What's the max thrust here? Is 14. Max thrust here is 60. Yeah, it's not even the poodle, it's the terrier here. Is what I should be using. So that's to get off the planet. We will put some legs on it. It'd be kind of cool if we could put some wheels on it, but that would be silly. Hitchhiker storage container, that's what we'll use. We're not gonna use that. We'll use the storage container. Service bay? I don't know. Parachute on top. We gotta get this back. This whole unit back. Let's see. The lander feet. Yeah. If I go with 4, let's go. That. Move the fuel around a little bit. There we go. So there's our beginning of our moon lander. Hoping all that works. I don't see a real reason why this wouldn't work. Structural fuselage. Nope. Rocco Max brand decoupler here. And could put that there for an adapter. I don't see a reason to do these adapters though. The real reason why not to do the adapters is it just doesn't help. It will put our standard science bundle here. And actually we're going to definitely change out some things. We only need one of each. Let's see, do I have any other things that we are... We're gonna put a comms unit. Let's see. I don't think we have the mobile processing labs or anything like that. 6. Let's see. We'll also be looking for... what is a launch escape system? A solid rocket tower. What? This is new. I haven't seen this. A solid rocket tower is degraded to search the conical part away from a manufacturing rocket. work. Huh. Well, if they got me on that one, we will definitely be needing some photoelectrics. Put that all the way around because we have no clue which way we may fall. Man, I have no idea what that is. We don't have a processing lab. We don't have a lot of things. We do need these struts. So just hold this thing together. It's basically what I want. To use those struts to hold it together. The little monopropellant's not gonna help any. Fast but efficient another terrier. I'm gonna try the 2 terriers. I think that'll probably be a mistake and have to be changed. So we can take everybody with us. We might as well. Cancel, save. Right. Now the only thing I want to double check is, can I unlock anything with science? And the answer is no. Of course we know the answer is no. We have 50 science. We need 90. The next thing we would like would be the mobile processing lab. That is the next thing, and then surface scanning module will be the next thing after that. Which cannot research anything over 500 science. So we will be able to get to this point if we make it to the moon and back, maybe. But we still wouldn't be able to get to this tier because we need to come back and upgrade this again for a ridiculous amount of money. And getting to the moon and back would be nice if that just got you the jackpot of money, that you just had this ridiculous amount of funds at that point, but I don't think it works that way. The question is now, with the radial decoupler at the center of mass, let's see, how many of our biggest rockets can we use and should we use? It's 2 questions somewhat related. How many we can use? It's probably a lot. That's the maximum right there. So our first attempt to the moon, let's see, want to put a little air nose caps on them, aerodynamic nose cones, why not? I don't think it saves anything actually. I think it just costs money. When that's done, we're gonna have to be in a very high orbit and hope that we can use the Terrier to get into a round orbit. Now I don't The launch cannot support vessels heavier than 1400 grams. It's 200 and... Really? So finally we've built something too heavy. Not enough funds to build this because it's to upgrade the bay. So yeah. Well, let's try 4. We can do 4 rockets. Will 4 rockets be enough? Probably will be actually. So we can now set his target and then go back to our ship. We've got everybody in here ready to go to the moon and back. Let's do it. Now, this is an experiment on getting a very heavy amount of fuel up into the atmosphere. There's a little bit of science here. How high will 4 rockets get us? They're past half of their fuel burn. We are moving rather fast, it seems like. Look at all these air flows. Maybe I should put some conical things on here. Look, we're about to overheat. So with those gone, now the question is, how high are we going to get? And the answer is not high enough. 44 of this. So let's activate our engine, the Terrier. And prograde towards the prograde a little bit, I guess. We got advanced SAS going on. Set as target. Bring this up. And see how much fuel we can. Will this cross feed into it? Here's the target right here that we are aiming for. We've got advanced piloting going on here. How high up is this gonna get us? Doesn't feel like high enough. We are now too far. Okay. How much thrust can this stop? On a free fall. Crew report. Nothing good. We're falling back down to Earth. So far so good though. Revert to vehicle assembly. I might be carrying too much fuel. It is possible that I don't need as much fuel for the Terrier. Alright, so instead of changing that, let's change this part. Instead of using a double amount fuel tank, we will simply be using a single amount fuel tank. Let's try this. Also, while we're at it, let's see if this part actually helps. Come on, aerodynamic caps. Fire. It's still too heavy. I need to get just the tiniest amount of tonnage off. What could go? So it's possible to take out some of the fuel and launch with less fuel. Let's see. So if this launches with no fuel and no oxidizer, it really doesn't change anything, does it? Excuse me. We just cannot get these guys to cooperate with us. So we'll have to go back to 4. And then hope that our modifications on the 4 helps. And we'll do the nose cones. So experimental launch number 2. Turn on this and fire. This now get us with less fuel. It didn't seem like the weight was really much a difference between going from 2 to the other. Are these nose cones and all this stuff really reducing lag a significant amount? About towards 0.5 they're getting hotter, but yeah, I'm not seeing a real difference there. I'm not seeing a real difference there. Alright. Now, how high does that get us? It gets us high enough that we can start. Says target and prograde, and once we get to that point, we can fire. We're just waiting, basically. I don't even know why I used that verbal tick of basically in this case. It's saying basically in Kerbal Space Program is pointless. So, come on. We're trying to get all the way on that first launch towards the 70,000 mark. And it looks like we're going to make it. It looks like we're going to make it. Let's see. We're in space. We are in space. So it's now time to fire. In space, we're going to efficiently use our fuel to burn prograde. Our target here is trying to stay. Let's stay above the horizon. We're gonna have to loop around towards our target. So go orbit the planet at least once. There's our target of the moon. Here's our little rockets falling. Let's see. It might be a good idea to aim more towards the blue. What does the blue even mean? How much fuel do I have? Oh, I'm burning through it pretty fast. Have not achieved a stable orbit yet. But trying might be smarter. Let's aim towards the blue. I don't think we started firing early enough. Now the blue is way, and that's like retrograde. It's like go the other direction. We're too far. And we've blown it. We've blown it at this point. We are trying to burn as much as possible. We're gonna have to start burning a lot earlier. A lot earlier. You know what though? This would be a great time to test our airplanes. Our parachutes. And our legs. As we land in the ocean. We haven't done a surface sample of the ocean. We may take that later. So here's our lander upside down. Let's see. Once this parachute fills out, it should, in theory, rotate me. That we're near the old KSP, so we're not very far from where we took off, which isn't a huge surprise. And it's a little bit of a shame that, let's see, if we cut some parachutes, we can see if we can turn this thing around. And it seems like our parachute didn't manage to rip off this. Well, and that killed 3 out of the 4 people. Revert to launch. Experimental flight 2 worked rather well. There, it's just, we need to probably, once we are up into the thinnest part of the atmosphere, we need to start burning. I could have gotten rid of the aerodynamic cones. So I'm going to do about 45,000 is when I'm going to start burning towards the east. Almost done. And there they go. So once we get to about 45,000, we're going to put full power towards the east. 36, 40. Sadly, I'm going to be aiming in the wrong direction. Here we go, we're ready to go. I'm just facing the wrong direction. So staying with the horizon, burning at maximum burn, we are trying now to achieve a stable orbit. I am here, the apoaxis is here. That gives me a decent amount of time to work on this goal. Technically already in space. What's the temperature in space? Nothing. What's the pressure in space? Nothing. What's the mystery goose say in space? Nothing. What's the science bay say in space? Interesting. I will keep that. And we will crew report that. Interesting that I have a bit of science there I hadn't collected before. We're past the point of the apoaxis. It's feeling very much like my engine's not strong enough for this mission. The Terrier just won't work. It has a nice long burning that it's doing, but it's simply just not getting us into orbit. We are at the point where we're falling, and we're not going to get far enough to avoid hitting the planet. Oh, yeah, nowhere close. Nowhere close. Well, getting to the moon was always going to be a multiple attempt thing. So it's no real surprise to me that we have to take out the Terrier here that has a max thrust of this, and instead use the Poodle. We'll try that one next time. But that is gonna be it for this time. We are still working our way towards the moon, kind of the final chapter here. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can do that by clicking on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media site, there are links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.